scores a certain number? Or?
Yes, there's a score, and it varies. Depending on what class you're trying to take, it varies if it's an English class as opposed to something else. So yes, there is that option. We're going to offer the asset test in our building. That's another way that they can show that they're proficient to take it. So we'll be doing that the 11th of March as well. They're coming out to do that for anybody wishing to do that.
Is there a cost to that, Kevin?
No, it's free. It's free the first time. If you want to take it again, I think it costs them $15 to take it again.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. I just have a quick, do we have guidelines set now that for a kid to take a college course? Is there guidelines now?
As in?
If he wants to take a college course, is there?
As today? Not really, no. Nothing like what they spelled out here with the 41st percentile.
Any other questions for Kevin? High school board? Okay, we'll move on to Mr. Allhausen, middle school report. Any questions on his? Any comments?
Yeah, let me want us to know ahead of time that you're going to bring 160 kids.
Yes, yes. There were several conversations back and forth.
Right.
I really just tried to highlight some things that some of the middle school students were doing in the community, along with the community coming in to talk to the kids, as well as working with the elementary to do some different things. You'll see the transition day is the last item on there that we'll be planning with fourth grade. Try to get kids together from the two different elementaries, get them acquainted a little bit, get them a tour into the middle school so they kind of know a little bit of what's going on before orientation next year. If you were able to attend the middle school musical, it was a sensational production, and yeah, I'm a little biased with seeing our kids do that at the middle school, but in all honesty, it was top-notch production from our middle school sponsors and students. There was some exceptional talent that they displayed that night. So
I heard a lot of comments about how well the kids behaved at Kiwanis Day. What time is the representative from the employers coming in on the 17th and 18th?
they're going to come in around 9:45. They'll actually start presenting at about 10, and it'll last for 2 periods. They'll talk about issues in employment and basically their place of employment. You can see BT is coming in, UBAPCO, and Lauren Hospital are sending representatives. And they'll come in, they'll talk about their place of employment, and then really the emphasis will be what are the things that you students need to know as you start to look into summertime employment or employment long-term. What are the things that we have issues with our employees? It might be attendance, tardiness. I mean, a lot of the things that we deal with in school as well. So those are the impacts I think these kids need to hear.
This kind of goes along with that CEO employer event that the developers put on, so that's a good thing to do.
I see when you're doing that list on here, your movie and popcorn coming up this weekend, and I tell you what, is that some of the boys we have, we don't get a lot of notes don't come home, but that one did.
That's one of our student council
and I think
activities.
I think anytime we do things for kids, I think that's, as in a group, I think that's a good opportunity. So thank you for seeing that.
Okay, moving on to Mr. Fisher in the elementaries. Any comments or questions for him?
Mike, you got any ballpark figures for preschool next year? I know that you've been trying to beat bushes to get some names. But
secretaries have been working to try and get names, but we won't have figures before we'll have our roundup and try and get some firm numbers. I don't have any at this point right now.
Right.
We're getting close, but then we're also getting close to the end of the year too.
The numbers are higher than we know that they're more than
Okay, thank you, because I knew that we did get some numbers earlier, and so I just was curious. And then,
Yeah, we've had more registration.
thank you, thank you.
Is there more preschool money this year, or just the opportunity to apply for the same?
We can apply for the same grant. We can get preschool money from empowerment for transportation and different things like that for people who would be given that money due to different circumstances within their family, yes. But it really hasn't changed from last year.
Yeah, empowerment provides tuition assistance, transportation assistance. It's not really the funds though that we volunteer for the program. I'll talk to you and we'll get to that in a moment.
Any other questions for Michael? Okay. Thank you. Oh, you got a question, John?
I always get questions. Hey, next week, should we have, Kelly, maybe do something on sportsmanship ratings, like from last summer, you know, because we should have all our seasons pretty much completed. Or if he doesn't have them, then you'll bring them up. All right, thanks.
Okay, moving on to discussion and approval of capital projects. You want to bring us up to speed on that?
Yeah, a couple of things. Well, if you all board, the renovation of that former ag building continues. And we have some drawings for the FCS room. It's just the preliminary look, and we have the one of the CAD classes working with and Mr. McCullough working with the FCS instructors. And we're looking only at the kitchen area right now and about renovation of that. And really, my neighbor house brought in some plans yesterday morning, and it's really a plan we haven't thought of before. It's very nice looking. So I'll get those. We'll talk about those in the April board meeting, because by then we should have some estimates of what kitchen cabinets, appliances, and just renovation of that kitchen end of the SDS room might look like. So.
And are we going to bid that out so we can take advantage of our lost monies and use that for the whole thing?
We can decide how we want to do that. Yes. We did contact Iowa Association of School Boards to ask if our own people did the work, and there's absolutely no way it comes out of loss that way. The equipment, you know, if we buy kitchen cupboards, those could come out of loss no matter what, but the labor piece of it could not work. So we weren't sure about that though, because we thought if we could pay prevailing wage, we might be able to do that, but the answer was just flat out no, we can't do it. So.
Check on it.
Yep. I gave some information that had come from the company that did the road at the building at SPAC a few years ago, and to Brett to take a look at, and Bruce has taken a look at that information, and it was the gentleman that works for the company came up and got to the roof with Bruce, just really did a good walkthrough and took a look at it, provided a variety of different kinds of proposals. We assured him that he was not giving us the full clarification, but he was just kind of give us the where are we at and what's our time frame for suggestion for getting something done. He quoted steel roof, just ballpark figures, and he also said there are other options or combinations of things to do. This would be an example of a company that would be a construction management company. So they might be the company that actually got the bid. They would be a company that would handle the whole project. They have an in-house or contracted engineer or architect to do the work. Sort of the same idea as what Lakeview Auburn used when they built the Ag Science building. But my question to you is, and Brett, I'll ask for your comment on this. Do we need someone like this to come to the board, not with no commitment from them, but just start to give you those beginning steps? Because it looks like it might not have to be an engineer deal with the whole project or an architect deal with it. But from the experience we had with a company called Septagon and one like Auburn, they could contract that part of the service that they needed to have done. And the paperwork that needed to be signed just meet state requirements and fire and those sorts of things. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea for having that guy or someone at least in the same knowledge that he has come and talk to the boards.